the Jonesboro community a better place, while offering viewpoints from all sides of the issues. The views expressed in this program are those of the participants and do not necessarily reflect the views of KLEK 102.5 FM, the voice of Arkansas Minority Advocacy Council, or our underwriters or sponsors.
Good morning, Jonesboro. Happy Monday to you all. It is Monday, November the 14th. I am so happy to be here. Thanksgiving is about a week and a half away, and that's what I'm looking forward to. So anyway, this is Community Conversations with your host, Kabila Harden, and my special guest, Ms. Tosha Wesson.
Good morning. Good morning.
She has been here before, but I'm so happy to have her back again to talk about an upcoming event that will be taking place on this Friday.
Exactly.
And then we're going to get into some more. We're just going to refresh your memory about the organization Women Who Rock Arkansas, and then talk about the High Heels and High Expectations event. So I just want to say good morning. Thank you for traveling, Ms. Tosha. We're going to get right into talking about Women Who Rock Arkansas. So please refresh everyone's memory about the organization. Anything else you would like to add?
Definitely. Women Who Rock Arkansas is a women's organization that promotes the self-esteem, the self-worth, self-love in women. We really try to encourage women to be all that they can be. With this organization, we do several different things to just build women up. And so we're getting to our third annual High Heels and High Expectations event this year, November 18th, which will be held in West Memphis, Arkansas at the Eugene Woods Civic Center. With these events, we pretty much just, it's still centered around our purpose for the organization, but we just spice it up every year, and we give these women a chance to kind of, rip the runway, just model in their best attire. We do categories because we still want to promote being appealing without being too revealing.
Okay.
So we definitely still want to promote that, just showing class and still having fun as a woman. So I'm definitely excited about this. It's also our 5th year anniversary as well this month. So we have a lot going on in November for that.
Do you have any special plans to celebrate the anniversary of the organization?
Not really. We're just going to do everything within this event Friday.
Okay, so we talked about, when you were here before, we talked about what the organization stands on, what are its purpose, and it's centered around empowering women. Even though you operate out of West Memphis, in essence, that doesn't mean that you only serve Memphis. So, tell the people how they can get involved if they would like to not necessarily start another chapter in their city, but connect with you and then work within their community in the city.
Exactly. Well, we're definitely planning after this event in the month of December. We will be going on tour 6 months out of the year next year. So we're definitely, if you have a city in Arkansas that you would like us to come to and just give you the information, because it's so much dealing with this organization, and I know that it's beneficial to every woman that we reach. So definitely reach out to me, Tosha Wesson, on Facebook. We also have our Women Who Rock Arkansas page on Facebook as well. You can email me at toshawesson@gmail.com, or you can just simply give me a phone call at 870-494-6762. And just tell us your city. If you're in Arkansas, we will put it on the agenda, and we'll try to get there.
And we'll have that information available later on in the show, and also under the video once we get done with the interview. So I want to go into, again, when you were here before, we talked about the different levels. Okay, you serve battered women, single parents, women who are job seeking, women who, say with the job seeking, they come to you, they don't know exactly what to wear for an interview, they don't know how to speak, they don't know how to fill out an application. So you work with those women on those various levels to help them reach their full potential, or maybe to secure a job, or if they're seeking education. you help them in every aspect of their life that you possibly can.
Exactly.
And then, like, we don't want to call this necessarily a ministry, but I was thinking this morning that any type of community service work you do, it is a ministry.
It is.
To some degree. You're reaching out to someone, you're helping fill a need, helping fill a void. So it is a ministry.
Yeah.
Even though it doesn't.
And I mean, I treat it as such because I know the position that I carry in this organization.
Okay.
And so it's ministry for me because I understand a fivefold ministry is not just for the church. And because I'm a peculiar person myself,
Okay.
I knew that God was going to give me something where I have to do outreach, you know, because I'm not so focused on the people that's in church. I love them because, you know, like I said before, you know, I'm a minister and that is my position. But, you know, I have to think about the women who have been involved in church hurt, or the women who their self-esteem is not there where they can just, you know, just, okay, I'm going to be a big girl and I'm just going to go on in. You know, you have those women out there who's, they're not so prone to being judged. You know, some women are a little insecure about going into a church because they don't know how people are going to perceive them. Well, that's my job because I know how to be that woman.
That's right.
To reach that woman. And so, you know, that it is a ministry. It is a ministry for me. But because I understand that, you know, I still hold the position as a woman of God, I just have a balance.
Okay.
So, you know, I understand that you need that balance if you want to reach people, you know, because I don't want to have to reach you if you're already saved. I can refresh you,
Yes.
but I don't want to reach you because you already have what somebody is laying up at night crying about, trying to get.
That's right.
You know, so it's a ministry for me. It's a ministry. It is.
And then, you know, last time you were here, we shared a little bit of your story. We won't go back too deep into that, but in order for you to be successful in running this organization, you have to have gone through something in your life.
Oh, yes.
And not to say, okay, if you haven't gone through anything, you're not capable or worthy, but
it doesn't have the same effect.
yes, I think if you have a story, everyone has a story. I'm going to switch that up. Everyone has a story.
Mm-hmm.
It's a matter of if you're willing to share it and open up and be a little more transparent.
Yes.
Some things that I've been learning over the past several months is how to live out loud. You know, try to share a little bit more of my story, because you never know who's watching you and who's watching you get up every day and keep it moving, and they're wondering, how does she have the strength to do that? Well, if you only knew. And I can attest to my faith. I give credit to my faith in God and how He has brought me through, and how I have allowed that to help me persevere. There are days that I would love to stay in bed and hide away, but because I know that there's someone somewhere watching me and they see the physical aspect of what I'm going through, I still get up and get dressed, put my makeup on, and you know, keep it moving. So
And that's encouraging because you know, a lot of times, you know, we as women, we won't be so quick to come forward, but we watch, we admire, and it helps us.
Yes.
You know, we won't say it right off, but it helps.
Yes.
And so that's encouraging within itself when you know you're not, like you said, some days you may not want to get out of the bed, but because you're thinking about those others who's maybe in a worse situation, it makes you want to get up.
Yes.
You know, so.
Okay, so I wanted to ask this question. Well, first of all, I just wanted to let everybody know out there that's listening and watching, I'm speaking with Ms. Tosha Wesson. She's the, creator of Women Who Rock Arkansas and director.
You know, I'll just say God has given me the position here on earth, but He's the leader of this.
Okay. She is also the director of the organization, Women Who Rock Arkansas. Even though it's operating out of West Memphis, as she said, they will be on tour next year for about 6 months. And if you are interested in having a Women Who Rock Arkansas chapter in your city, please reach out to her, and we'll make sure to get you all of her contact information. Okay, so as we were sitting here talking, and I was thinking, I love to work with the younger population. Some people question why, and I even question myself why I like working with teenagers, what I do. Do you foresee somewhere in the future a junior chapter, a junior edition?
We're definitely working on it.
All right.
We're working on these future women who rock Arkansas.
Okay.
We are definitely, because I think it. I really do feel like once the younger generation sees something positive coming out, they'll be more. They'll be quicker to grab a hold to that. So we definitely want to reach them when they're right at that decision making stage.
Yes, ma'am.
So we can kind of deter them into a different way. So we're definitely working on it.
Yes, ma'am. I watch TV, listen to the radio. I try to listen to the radio. I don't know. Some of this music nowadays, I just can't deal with it. But I watch young people, and they are so heavily influenced by what's going on in today's society and what's popular and what's trendy, what they think is trendy. But if more of us that, I don't want to say are classy, but more of us women that are grounded.
Exactly.
In something that's a little more classy and and something that can benefit them, we do need to grab a hold of them, like early, so they won't become another statistic. I was talking with a young lady that goes to my church, and I told her it really hurts my heart to see a young girl become another statistic when that could have possibly been avoided.
Yes.
We don't know what goes on in their homes, and it's not our job to run their homes or tell their parents how to, do what to do. Tell their parents what to do. But if we see someone that has a need, we see someone going down a path that we may have gone down, or attempted to go down, I feel like it is our responsibility as the older generation to grab a hold of them.
And it is.
By any means necessary, snatch them up and say, okay, look, honey, this is not what you want.
And I think, like you said earlier, by them being just so easily persuaded, that's an advantage for the older women, because they're so easily persuaded. If they seen something positive, and we were, not all, a lot of confusion and a lot of mess with the older women, these younger girls, I'm telling you, because I'm working with a couple of mentees now, and just to see the difference in them before I started working with them to now is just amazing, because they want that, but because they don't have that in their surroundings, they don't know, like they know it's something different that they need, but because they don't see it every day, and then when they see something positive, and when they see someone, I won't even just go to just being a Christian, but just living a life of just positive life, just being rooted and grounded in what you want, and your priorities and your standards are high, and it makes a difference. It makes a difference. They're going after, it just amazes me, they're going after things that they've just sat down and thought about. I wish I could do this. And, we're getting ready to do our young entrepreneur seminars and things for different young girls who, may want to do hair, or may want to sew, or may want to write, and it's just encouraging to see these young girls just so eager to be a part of it. So it makes a difference.
Well, you already know that I'm definitely going to be a part of hosting something here in Jonesboro.
Oh, yes.
When you said sewing,
I'm excited.
Sewing and writing are right up my alley.
Oh, well.
I will always own a sewing machine. My mother instilled that in me.
Oh, well, that is good. That's really good.
And I'm still writing, working on
because sewing is sexy. That's what I always try to tell her. Sewing is sexy, especially when you can create your own things. And that's ministry.
Okay.
That's ministry. Because a young lady that may have that desire, can you imagine if someone has that desire and then God uses you to be that person to kind of, show them the way to go with that? That's ministry. And it's helpful as well.
And there are so many, I watched a show, it was Project Runway, but it was a junior edition. And it was teaching them, about the fashion industry and things of that nature. And like you said, reaching out, we we don't need a big show. We don't need something huge and spectacular like that.
Mm-hmm.
We can start on a small level.
Yeah.
And just you spending time with these young ladies, talking, having normal conversation,
Mm-hmm.
you're also teaching them life skill. I mean, it's going to benefit them
Yeah.
in the long run. They're going to get older and say, wow, you know, I never realized what I was really learning during that time. Okay, so we talked about a junior edition coming up.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
So battered women, and then women who are just downtrodden. You know, they feel like they're at the end of the rope,
Mm-hmm.
and there's no knot left in the rope to hold
Oh,
on
yes.
to. So how do you reach these women? What are some ways that you?
Well, me, because I've been in that situation too as well, I just the way I reach them is being real and
Okay.
being transparent. I let them know what I was going through and how I got over it.
Okay.
And you know, it may be the simplest thing, but it really, because it helps them to be open, because I don't hide anything. You know, I don't hide how I got there. I don't hide what I did to get away from there. And so, you know, by me being transparent, it helps them to kind of open up, and then I can figure out a way, okay, now, so how would I attack their situation?
Okay.
Because I know how I got over mine. So I can only share with them how I handled that situation. And once they begin to open up, then I can see how do I handle, even though it's the same situation, you have to have a different strategy.
Okay.
So it may be the same situation, but how you handle it makes all the difference.
Okay.
So, you know, I definitely would just be me and just let them know, you know, hey, I was there and this is what I did.
Okay.
Even the mistakes I made, even the decisions, like I always go in just being truthful,
Okay.
you know, so, and it helps.
Alrighty. And so I know you have children,
Mm-hmm.
and I know your daughter is still, is she under 12?
She's 7.
Okay, yeah, so she's way
Oh,
too
yeah.
young to hear about a lot of your stories, but
Mhm.
do you, even with her being that age, do you try to reach her, teach her, and just tell her a little bit, just give her life lessons now?
You know what? It's crazy you said that, because we were just having a discussion last night, and they were like, are you sure you want to tell her that? And I just believe in being, because now it's kind of like everything is advancing.
Okay.
So if you don't tell them, it's not like they don't already know.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like my daughter is 7, but she's been in business with me from birth.
Okay.
So there's a lot that she knows now at 7 just by observing. You know, I keep it classy and professional, of course. And she sees a lifestyle. Thank God that he delivered me before I had a daughter. Because now, you know, I'm not ashamed of anything when she's around, or, you know, because it's different. But with all my children, because I have a 16-year-old.
Okay.
So with all my children, I be more cautious of what I tell my 2 younger ones.
Okay.
But my 16-year-old, I hide nothing from him.
Okay.
I mean, every part of my life before deliverance, he knows.
So do you think he respects you more now, like knowing what you've gone through and seeing the mother you are now, the woman you are now?
Oh, definitely.
Okay.
Definitely. He respected me before, because I always tried to keep that hidden from him.
Okay.
But I was not a mother to him. Because of my lifestyle, my mom pretty much raised my son for the first 6 years he was here.
Okay.
So, you know, for that reason, you know, I kept my life hidden because I wanted to protect him. But at the same time, I was hurting him because he didn't want a grandmother. He wanted a mother.
That's right.
And so, you know, that part of my life I probably regret. But then I thank God for it, because someone was there that was rooted and grounded to be that mother until I got myself together to be that. So I definitely know, you know, and he lets me know, you know, he respects that.
Okay. That is
Yeah.
wonderful.
And I think I be so open with him because I know that he's a young man. So to me, my mind, I'm like, let me just go ahead and tell you everything I did, because you need to watch for these signs.
Okay.
You know, and so that's how I look at it with my children.
And I try to have kind of a similar discussion with my son, and he feels like I know it all, whatever. You know, he kind of gives me that lip smacking.
Oh, yeah.
Shoulder hunching, kind of like, yeah, okay, whatever.
But they're listening.
I hope he is listening.
They're listening.
I really do. Because mine is 19, and Lord knows I don't want him to become a statistic of any kind.
Yes.
So, thank God, so far he's on the right path. He just needs to.
And that's good. That's always good.
So, we're going to get ready to take a quick break. I've been really enjoying our conversation. When we come back, we'll be talking about the High Heels and High Expectations Women's Conference. So stay tuned. You're listening to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM.
You're listening to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM. We'll be right back.
What's more important, your identity or your image? I'm Mark Merrill with today's Family Minute. If you look at how many of us live our lives, you would think the answer is clear: image. Your image is how you're viewed by others. We spend so much time creating our image with our house, our car, our clothes, our friends, just so people will see us in a certain way. Sometimes it's real, sometimes it's not. But your identity is what's really important. Your identity lies in who you are, not in what you do or don't do. That's what gives you value. You are a masterpiece created by God with immeasurable dignity and worth. For more, check out my blog at markmerrill.com. And remember, your family first.
Want to connect with Mark on Facebook? You can at facebook.com/Mark Merrill.
Family Minute is made possible by the Kappa Nu Omega chapter of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, a nonprofit organization committed to service to all mankind. Kappa Nu Omega Alpha Kappa Alpha on Facebook.
The Mu Omicron Lambda chapter of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated presents Scholarship Fundraiser. Smoked turkeys and smoked turkey legs will be available. Proceeds will benefit scholarships and ACT testing for area students. Prepaid orders will be taken through October 26th through November 17th. Pickup or delivery is available. The pickup and delivery date will be September 19th. Ordering and other information is available via any member of the chapter or at KLEK 102.5 FM at 870-277-1080.
Support for KLEK is made possible by the New St. John Missionary Baptist Church Men of Standards Ministry. The Men of Standards will have their annual Thanksgiving fundraiser to benefit multiple needy families for Christmas. The dinner will be on Saturday, November the 19th. Lunch and dinner plates with either pulled pork or chicken will be available. Plus, Boston Butts can be pre-ordered from any member of the Men of Standards Ministry. More details are available through Brother Paul Prunty at 870-919-4637.
From the KLEK Community Calendar, A-State Care presents After School Tutoring in the Community. Available Tuesdays and Thursdays from 3 o'clock p.m. until 5 o'clock p.m. through December 6, 2016. Subjects that will be taught will be language arts, writing, reading comprehension, mathematics, science, geography, social studies, and history. The address is 911 Magnolia Road in Jonesboro, Arkansas.
KLEK is starting a new fundraiser which will allow listeners to donate to KLEK while buying groceries. KLEK is a part of the Kroger Community Rewards fundraising program. When shoppers visit a participating Kroger and scan his or her Kroger Plus Shoppers card, a portion of the savings goes back to KLEK to help keep it on the air. Details on how to sign up for the program are available at KrogerCommunityRewards.com and at KLEKFM.org. This is a KLEK fundraiser.
And now back to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM.
All right, welcome back to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM. I'm your host, Kawila Hart, with my special guest, Miss Tosha Wesson of West Memphis, Arkansas, from the organization Women Who Rock Arkansas. And we've been having a very great conversation the first top of the hour. And so we're going to continue on, and Miss Tosha has something special she would like to do.
I sure would. I'm going to give away a ticket to this year's High Heels and High Expectations event to the third caller that calls in to KLEK this morning.
And the phone number is 870-277-1080. Okay.
So go ahead and get your phones out. Call that number. Third caller. I do have tickets here for you to come out and just see what we do here in West Memphis, Arkansas on Friday night, November the 18th.
All right. So again, the phone number is 870-277-1080. Give us a call. Third caller, you can be the winner of a ticket to the High Heels and High Expectations event this coming Friday. So we're going to go ahead and start talking about this event so that you'll know more about it. Go ahead.
Well, like I said, I am this event, really, I hate to get like super excited, but I'll be really excited about this event. This event it really means a lot because we definitely want to kind of give women a lot of times we do things and there's no encouragement going into it. We just don't specify how much it means for the women to I'll just say that this year, even my models, I have 13 models this year. So that is a good, and all my models, they're just so beautiful inside and out. And so, they get a chance to, dress up, and we're doing business category. We do casual category. We'll do classic category, then we'll do formal category. Okay. And I created those categories basically to still fit in to our purpose of High Heels and High Expectations. Okay. Because, you have to know how to look when it's time to do business. Okay. What better way to include that into this event? So we'll give the women a chance to just play their part. Okay. And at the same time, you will be judged on how you look for business. So when you get ready to go to do a business meeting or something the next time after this event, you'll kind of have this in mind. Okay, well, I was judged on not to wear that, so I know to keep it a little more classy, or don't put so. I included that even in the casual category, because a lot of times, not trying to, pointing the fingers or, down anybody, but a lot of times, when a person says casual, we'll go in the grocery store with a bonnet on, or we may want to go buy groceries or pick up our children with pajamas on, and that's so not, ladylike for us to do, but because we won't say it because we're worried about people being offended, and it just may be that person just haven't had the encouragement in their self-esteem to dress casual, or they may not have the attire. And if we don't know that and we're just assuming, then that person will still be there. Even in the classic category, a lot of times people get classy confused with sexy and erotic and all, so if so I put these categories here to just kind of give women a feel of how they should look, without insulting them or hurting their feelings, and just making it fun.
I always feel like I always tell my girls at church, you can be sexy and classy at the same time.
Yes.
So yeah,
Mm-hmm. Okay. I said that High Expectations is you'll be sexy for a moment, but classy for a lifetime. And so that pretty much sums it up.
I need need to write that down.
Yes, so I'm definitely excited about High Heels and High Expectations. Like I said, this year is our 3rd year, and every year it's always better than the last year.
Okay.
We do pick a queen.
Okay.
At the end of every event. We'll choose a queen, and that queen will carry that title for the rest of this year until, so there'll be a 2016 queen of High Heels and High Expectations at the end of Friday night. So I'm definitely excited. My co-host is he's actually from Jonesboro, OJ Cullens.
Okay.
Is his name, and even with that, just this year we're bringing men in. We're bringing children, and men are welcome as well. I didn't say that earlier, but men and children are definitely welcome this year, because I want everybody to get a chance to see what goes on inside of these organizations, because you may have men that's like, I don't want my wife to do that, or my girl, because I don't know what they do, and they'll get a chance to be on the inside looking in, instead of, so they'll know exactly how positive this is and what an impact we're trying to make on women in general.
And then just to, expound on that, the women that you, I keep wanting to say minister to, the women that you deal with, that you talk with, that you encounter, they have a man in their life. Most of them may have a man in their life, or they may have children in their life. So what you instill in them, they take it home.
Oh yes,
so
definitely.
Their spouse, boyfriend, whatever his title is, they're like, okay, I see a change in you. What's going on?
Definitely.
Or just say if it's a woman in a battered situation, physical or verbal abuse, she may be empowered enough to say, I'm not taking this anymore. And so then he's going to be like, okay, maybe it may change him, or she may have the strength and courage to leave him.
Yes.
So,
and then I've dealt with a situation like that, and because I'm so transparent and I'm so real about things, when a woman comes to me with verbal abuse, then we sit down and talk. Well, let's check you first.
Okay.
What's going on with you? Because a lot of times it can be something that we're doing to cause that. So I tell all my women, I'm not dealing with that, because that's a serious issue. So we have to find out, what are we doing now? I'm not saying that we're doing something to cause this. I don't want people to think, well, you should just be quiet and let that. But at the same time, you have to check yourself. Is it something that you said that triggered that? Could you have been the bigger person on that issue? Because, a lot of times women are more humbled than men. So when we get out of character, what are we really causing that situation that could have been avoided verbally?
Okay.
And
let's just clarify, because we don't want people to be like, oh, so you're blaming
Please
the victim.
verify that.
We're not blaming the victim.
Exactly.
When it comes to long-term abuse, we're just saying there are some cases.
And I was speaking on verbal, not physical.
Yes.
Just verbal abuse,
just verbal.
Sometimes, because I know me, I've said things to my husband sometimes that caused him to react. And once I sat down and had the Lord kind of rebuke me, it was something that could have been avoided if I would have just been silent about it. So that's what I mean. We have to check ourselves. Like, is it something that maybe I should have just kind of kept it to myself and not blurted that out? Because men are always going to respond differently than women do, verbally only. I'm not talking about physical. If it's physical, you need to get out of there.
Yes. And even with, some verbal cases, if this person is a habitual abuser, then you need to seek help. So
exactly,
that's another show for another day.
Exactly.
We have had representatives from Women's Shelter on, and we may have to have them again, talk about abuse. But okay, we don't want to get too caught up in talking about that. We just want to clarify that we're not blaming the victim.
Exactly.
So if you are in a situation of any type of domestic abuse, you need to seek help. So okay, getting back to the show, I saw fly have. I mean,
Yes, the entertainment. He's actually he lives in West Memphis. His name is his artist name is OG Titus. His name is Titus Dyson. He's also on Facebook. And this year, I just wanted to do things my way. Last year, I played it safe just because of what I thought people may say.
Okay.
But this year, I just wanted, because I have to think about the position I hold here at Women Who Rock Arkansas.
Okay.
And like I said about that balance, so we spiced it up a bit because this is a social event.
Okay.
So we just want everybody to have good, clean fun.
Okay.
So this artist, I love his music because even though he's a rap artist, he has such a positive impact on people. I mean, not just men, just women in general. And he's just so creative with his music.
Okay.
And I love it, because he doesn't really write anything.
Okay.
It comes from off of his head, and he'll just, and so he understands that this is a women's organization, but he was just like, I really do feel like I can reach the women and men by performing that night, and I believe in him, so I know he can.
Okay.
And with the comedian, Minister Dedrick Patterson, he's actually a pastor in Hughes, but he's a comedian. And I mean, we all know the scripture, laughter is like a medicine. We all know it. And the thing that I like about him is, even though he's a comedian, he still kind of verifies his, he'll give you his jokes, but it's all clean. And he still go to the word to let you know. I mean, just relax. Just don't be a lemon about stuff all the time. I mean, you'll be. I found out that the happiest and the healthiest people are the people that laugh and smile the most. And so I definitely, because I'm always laughing and smiling, and I'm rarely ever sick too.
All right. You have to laugh to keep from crying sometimes.
Yeah, and it's we may not know what these people are going to that have decided to come to this event. We don't know. So the laughter and the encouragement and the seeing the models dress in different attire and walk that walk, that may be all they need to get through the next week.
Wow.
And so that is my only purpose for doing these events, is because I know how I'm going to feel, but I don't know how that other person is going to feel. I don't know how they're feeling before they enter into that door, but I just know how I want them to feel when they leave out. It's almost like they tell you in church when you say, I don't want to leave like I came.
That's right.
I just use that same scenario in my events. I don't want anybody to leave like they came.
Okay. And we're still taking calls, 870-277-1080. If you would like to win a ticket, third caller, please give us a call, 870-277-1080. This is for the High Heels and High Expectations. I'm not going to call it a women's conference because it's more men and children are invited as well. Event taking place this Friday night in West Memphis, Arkansas. What is the location again?
It's at the Eugene Woods Civic Center. That's 212 West Polk in West Memphis, Arkansas.
And what is the time?
The time is 6 p.m. to 9 p.m.
Okay. And I just want to also clarify, this is a nonprofit organization. So all of the funds raised will go towards serving the people that the organization serves. Even though the organization mainly serves women at the moment, they are expanding their services to men and children. So just because it says Women Who Rock Arkansas, it's not limited to just women.
Yes.
So, and also be on the lookout for Women Who Rock Arkansas to go on tour next month.
Excited.
If you would like to see them in your city, please reach out. They're already coming to Jonesboro, so that's happening.
Yes, we're definitely coming to Jonesboro.
Okay, so oh my God, I'm excited. I wish I can be there. I hope I can be at this event. I don't know. We're gonna see what God's gonna work out. So
I've been praying hard.
So are you gonna have any video? Take lots of pictures?
Yeah, we are. We're gonna do the photos definitely, but we'll be going live
Okay.
in and out of the show all night. So we're definitely we have shoe cam for the guests. Any women that wants to take pictures of their high heels and post them on Facebook at the end of the night. It'll be a winner for the shoe cam. So we have a lot going on, and it's all just fun and empowerment. And so definitely, so for the women out there that do want to attend, put on your best attire, your high heels, and just come out and let's enjoy that Friday night and get involved in this shoe cam. I love heels, so.
Now, I know I have a lot of friends out there who love high heels. They probably have about 20 to 40 pair of high heels in their closet. Bring out your best pair.
Yes.
Head on out to West Memphis. So if someone would like to purchase a ticket, how much are the tickets?
The tickets are $10.
Okay. You can't beat that. Put on a pair
No,
of high
you can't.
heels. $10 for a ticket. Head out to West Memphis, and there are also places to eat out there. So
Yeah.
if you want to hang out after.
And then we'll definitely be serving food there, so you can,
well,
so you don't even have to go out to eat. Everything will be there, prepared and ready for the guests. And I'm just encouraging every woman, every man, bring your children. There's no excuse. If you have a mate, just make it a date night out. If you got your girlfriends, just come out and make it a ladies night out, and just come out and enjoy this with us. And it's also, November is also Women Entrepreneur Month.
Oh.
So yeah, so we'll be awarding women, women entrepreneurs that night as well. So like I said, we have a lot going on, and it's definitely going to be worth the coming.
Okay, so please mark your calendars, November 18th, which is this Friday.
Yes.
At 6 p.m.
6 p.m.
Okay. Women Who Rock Arkansas will be hosting the High Heels and High Expectations event in West Memphis. So please, tickets are $10, but you have a chance to win a ticket right here on KLEK. Call us at 870-277-1080. The phone lines will be open until the end of the show, which is at 10 a.m. We're taking the third caller for the to win the tickets. Oh, sorry. Okay, so just a little more about the organization. I got involved, a little less than a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
And, Tosha was after me for a while. My cousin was after me for a while. I'm like, no, I don't feel like I have anything to offer. I can't do this. I can't be committed. But once I got involved, I don't know. It's just like a light bulb. Like, my spirit was refreshed and renewed by getting involved with you women. And I found out that I can bring more to the table than I thought.
Oh yes, definitely.
It's not about how much you have, it's about the little bit you do have. And offering that up.
Being willing.
It adds to the mix.
It really does. And that's basically all that my goal is, to just reach out to women. And because this, like I often tell people, this is bigger than me.
Okay.
It's bigger than me. It's not about me. If it was about me, it would just be, it wouldn't be a Women Who Rock Arkansas if, it was about me. So, it's not about, like I often say, when the Lord gave it to me, it's not about the person, but the purpose.
Okay.
And so because I know the purpose is to build a foundation of women that's going to rock a nation, I tend to go harder at certain things, because I know it's about women like you and other women who it's something that they're missing, but they just need somebody else to kind of stir it up, because I know, I'm not so much worried about members and different things like that. It's just like leaving the impact on women that we reach.
That's right.
And so that's my main goal. That's my main goal, just to impact these women in some type of way, and whatever God has me to impart, I impart. And just travel and just empower women.
Okay.
And
we're getting ready to come up on our next break. I don't want to run out of time. You get caught in the middle of saying something, but we're going to finish up this conversation a little bit. Please, if you would like to win a ticket to the event, give us a call, 870-277-1080. You're tuned into Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5. And we'll be right back after this short break.
You're listening to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM. We'll be right back.
We're back with Money Matters. I'm Alfred Edmond Jr. The worst time to make financial decisions is while you're dealing with the passing of a loved one. With so many decisions to be made, consider the following when planning a funeral. Know the funeral preferences of your loved ones, and make sure that those responsible for your burial are aware of yours. Put them in writing and give copies to family members, and keep a copy in a location others are aware of. Comparison shopping may sound crass, but what other $10,000 expense or more would a person make without comparing costs and features? Check the prices for the same services at least 3 local funeral homes. Apply the same smart shopping techniques that would be used for other major purchases. Avoid emotional overspending. Remember to resist any pressure to buy goods and services that you can't truly afford, meaning you don't need a credit card to pay for it. I'm Alfred Edmond Jr. for Money Matters, a product of American Urban Radio Networks.
Money Matters is made possible by the Jonesboro Alumni Chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, a nonprofit organization dedicated to uncompromising commitment to communities, service, leadership, empowerment. www.jonesboroalumnidst.org.
Support for KLEK is brought to you by
Tax Time is here at Car Today, the original buy here, pay here dealer. New Car Today General Manager Sean Corns.
With new inventory available daily, whatever you're looking for, we've got it.
Located on Stadium Boulevard just south of the 63 bypass, tax time is the time to drive at Car Today. Car Today.
Whistle Stop Bistro and Catering, 5435 East Nettleton Avenue at the four-way stop between highways 351 and 463, serving Jonesboro for over 5 years with a motto of, we cater them all, large or small, offers catering and rental space for parties, churches, offices, and fundraisers for holidays and all occasions. They also offer a full breakfast and lunch menu, open Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. to 2 p.m., 870-275-6239. Details at klekfm.org.
The Black Business Association of Northeast Arkansas presents the 2016 Business Expo, December 1st, 2016, at the Hilton Garden Inn, 2840 South Caraway Road in Jonesboro, Arkansas, from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. The theme is Diversity Works. Sponsored by the Black Business Association of Northeast Arkansas, the Jonesboro Regional Chamber of Commerce, KLEK 102.5 FM, Larry Alexander Allstate Insurance Agency, OfficeMax, and the Arkansas Sentinel newspaper. The expo will showcase businesses from all over Northeast Arkansas and is free to the public. Door prizes will be given away. Booth, vendor, and sponsorships are available. For more information, Reverend Larry Alexander at 870-935-7280.
The Black Business Association of Northeast Arkansas is a nonprofit organization.
Experience the joy with Bishop Adrian R. Rogers of Fullness of Joy Church, 3307 Ray Street, Jonesboro, Arkansas, 72401.
Did you know that KLEK 102.5 FM is a nonprofit organization? Did you know that you can donate to KLEK 102.5 FM and your donation is tax deductible? Donations to nonprofit organizations such as KLEK can reduce the amount of taxes you may owe the IRS or increase the amount of any potential tax refund. Support your KLEK today. You can donate by calling 870-277-1080, visiting our studio at 1411 Franklin Street. Less grateful for your support.
And now back to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM.
All right, welcome back to Community Conversations. I hope that you have been enjoying today's show. I know I have. And I can't thank Ms. Tosha enough for driving down from West Memphis to share.
Oh, no problem. You know I was racing to get here.
To share information about Women Who Rock Arkansas and High Expectations event coming up this Friday. Women Who Rock Arkansas is a nonprofit organization, and so all funds raised from this event will go back into the community to serve the women that they serve. Okay, the phone lines are still open. We're taking the third caller. If you would like to win a ticket to this event, the phone number is 870-277-1080, and you can also reach Tosha on Facebook, and her last name is Wesson.
Yes.
Tosha Wesson on Facebook. If you'd like to purchase a ticket or make a donation to the organization, the tickets are $10. It'll be this Friday at 6 p.m. in West Memphis, Arkansas. This will be a great event for your family. This is a family-oriented event. There is a fashion show. There's entertainment. There will be food. So what more can you ask for $10? In the past, it's only been for women. But because the women that they deal with, that they serve, they may have a man in their life. They may have children in their life. So this gives the whole family the opportunity to see what is really going on at these events. What is this woman learning? What is she being empowered with, or by whom, or what is she being exposed to? So, Tosha was talking about the fashion show. Okay, the different categories. There's business casual, classy, and formal. This gives women the opportunity to see how to appropriately dress in these different categories. We as women need to start raising the standard for ourselves. You don't have to be exposed to be attractive. What is the statement that you used earlier? I want you to repeat that for everyone.
You will be sexy for a moment, but classy for a lifetime.
That's right.
Yes.
That little short tight dress, yes, it's cute and sexy, but it's only for a moment. You can be covered and still be attractive.
Oh, yes.
I think if we as women raise the standard, then we will force men to raise the standard.
Exactly.
On how they approach us and how they treat us. And
that was one of my main purposes for opening it up to men.
Okay.
So they'll get a chance to see that it's women out here who, we want attention, but not that.
Not that type.
We want you to hear us and not see us in that way. So definitely.
All right. So women, it's okay. I know some of us, well, some of y'all have those nice bodies and nice shapes and figures and whatnot, and even if you put on a sack, your hips and whatever, your body will still show, but you can still be classy.
Yes.
With it. Yes, ma'am. So I just want everyone to consider, checking out this organization. They will be going on tour, adding some cities, opening up some chapters in various cities. And they're already coming to Jonesboro because I'm going to help make that happen here.
Oh, yes.
I am pushing myself, 2017, I'll be turning 40, and I'm like, okay, I need to push myself a little bit further and do a little bit more. Anyone who's ever listened to the show know that I'm all about community service. I'm all about doing that next thing, reaching out just a little bit more, helping someone else in need. And this is what this organization is all about. Reaching out to women and their children, and now particularly their spouses, reaching out to them, helping to fill a void in their life, no matter what it is. They may be job seeking, don't know how to fill out an application. They might not know how to dress. They might not have the clothes to wear to an interview. So this is where the organization steps in to help them. And if they don't have it on hand, they provide a resource.
Yes.
A referral to a resource that can help them. So I am really thankful for you. So go ahead, Tosha. I'm sorry, I'm gonna let you have the last few moments.
Well, that's fine. Like you said about the resources, we do. We yet have the clothing closet, and I pretty much just all year I just ask people for their unwanted things, and I make sure I tell them, make sure it's nice.
Okay.
I don't, because we never know how that person is gonna. We have to make sure that if it was us, how we would want to look.
Okay.
So we definitely want to make sure they look the same way. And so even like you said, dealing with the men and the children, we're definitely working on doing more seminars. So it's family seminars where we're doing conferences, just dealing with family, just one household where we're breaking down into, because we want to help everybody. Okay. And if you can get to the woman and get her together, then the household is together.
All right.
So we're definitely going to be doing a lot in 2017.
All right.
Yeah.
So stay tuned. 2017 Women Who Rock Arkansas. But until then, don't forget about the event this Friday, November 18th, 6 p.m. in West Memphis. High heels and high expectations. Tickets are $10. If you would just like to make a donation, reach out to Tosha Wesson on Facebook, and I will make sure to post her phone number and email address under the video. Don't forget, check the video out on Facebook and YouTube, which is Kaylee K TV. So there are multiple ways to get in touch with Tosha, and I'll make sure that you have all of that information. So I can't thank you enough for listening to Community Conversations. I've been your host, Kabila Harden. We still have about 50 seconds left, so any final words you would like to leave for the listeners and viewers?
For the listeners and viewers, I would just like to say, get in contact with me concerning Women Who Rock Arkansas, because my goal is definitely to change the statistics that we have for women here. And so I just encourage you all to just reach out, connect with me. If you're a woman with another organization or just anything, if you're trying to make a difference in your community, just connect with me and let's work together and not against each other.
All right. We women don't realize the power that we possess, what we can do if we just band together. Wow.
And you know the motto, one woman can change anything, but all women can change everything.
All right. So on that note, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you for tuning in to Community Conversations. Have a blessed day.
Thank you for listening to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM, a program focusing